Hello, how are you? And welcome. My name is Lourdes Ludier and from Mission 1111, and this is an introductory video that you must watch right before your session. Okay? I'm going to explain a few things to you, so once we go into your session, you can actually start the reading of the numbers instead of me using your time to actually explain all these things that you need to know beforehand. Number one, what is numerology? Numerology is the study of the cycles and patterns of your life. It is a tool that we use to actually awaken our true self, go back to our true self. We, as you know, the reason probably that you're here is because you have noticed that you actually repeat certain patterns in your life that have led you to believe that you're something else than what you really are. So numerology, since it's actually through numbers, you're going to see without judgment the places and the situations and the scenarios that you create in your life in order for you to see them with awareness, become self-aware, and go back to your real self. Also, it's also written in numbers, right? Mathematics is the language, the universal language of the universe. In the same way that we use mathematics to discover, the secrets of the universe or unlock the secrets of the universe, we're going to use numbers to unlock the secrets of who you really are, right? And so that's the first thing. Second thing that we need to know is that we're gonna see something that we see every day, which is numbers, right? But in a very different way. We're gonna think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. And this is not juju stuff, okay? I'm talking about science, all right? So what does it mean? It means that each number, for example, is a symbol of a vibration. What does that mean? It means that much like a musical note, when you see a musical note, right, do, re, mi, there's certain symbols that represent, when you touch a piano, for example, you play the piano, it creates a certain sound. The same thing with numbers, okay? So it's sort of like, it's a symbol of how when you apply energy to it, how is it going to sound in a way that is harmonious or disharmonious, okay? So when a number is vibrating from the positive, which is harmonious, or the negative, not harmonious, what happens? It means that that's the frequency. It's like the radio. You turn the signal, you turn the channel. When you play a musical note, here, like for example, do, and it sounds nice, right? And then when you play it an octave less, it sounds bomb, like a little bit dense, different, not harmonious, correct? So the whole idea of when you see your number, it can vibrate, is a symbol for a vibration that can actually play itself in the positive or in the negative, okay? What that's going to mean, it's not about judgment, it's not about right or wrong, it's about the polarity that exists everywhere in nature, okay? It's about, you can play it in a positive vibration, and then that's going to resemble certain characteristics that resemble the positive elements of the vibration, or you can do it in the negative, and that's going to play, if you play the negative of the vibration, that's going to represent and see yourself in characteristics that have to be negative. All right, so what is the point with all this? So we have the vibration, which is the symbol of the number, and then it can vibrate in two frequencies, positive and negative. The whole point of this is for you to see where and what areas of the chart that I'm going to show you what it means. Where is it that you're vibrating in the negative? So you can consciously become aware of it, see how that kind of like repeats itself in your life, and then you can transform it into the positive. Okay, so then that's what I mean by frequency. So we did vibration, frequency. Now let's talk about energy. There are 3 types of energy. And whole of nature has nothing to do with gender, but energy, okay? We have masculine energy, feminine, and the energy of the goddess, okay? The masculine energy, again, nothing to do with gender, but energy. It has to do with the left side of the brain, and it's going to manifest in the right side of the body. It's the reason, it's logical. It's I go and I get. The one that is active, when I want something, I go get. It's pure reason. It has no emotion. It's logic and reason. Okay, and so we have the feminine energy that is actually comes from the right side of the brain, but you can see it and it displays and manifests in the left side of your body. Okay, the feminine energy is the inner energy. It means emotions, spirituality, abstract concepts, anything that has to do with emotions. It gives color to the reason, to the part of the reason, of the logic, of the of the masculine energy. It is a passive action. What does that mean? It means that I don't go get, I go and I attract, I receive. That's what I mean by passive action. Okay. And then when these two combine, these two energies are completely aligned and combined and transmuted. Okay. And not when I mean aligned, it means accepted within us. Then you have the energy of the goddess. The energy of the goddess means I can use my negative energy when I want to. I can use my feminine energy when I need to, from a place of balance, and I connect myself to the divinity, to the goddess, I can create anything with ease. I have no fear. I love myself. I love others. I can materialize and create everything with ease. I am worthy. I receive. I am here to receive and get everything and to materialize whatever I want without fear. That's the goddess, right? It's the co-creation. When you start co-creating your life from a positive, from a balanced state of masculine and feminine energy. So that's the thing. So we have the vibration, the frequency, and the energy. Now let's talk a little bit about the chart. The chart, as you're going to see in your session, it's based on a state of quadrants. The first quadrant is the essence. That number that is there is going to represent how you feel inside, who you are inside, okay? Like when you're by yourself, you wake up and motivate and nobody's watching you, how do you feel inside, your essence? The personality, which is the second quadrant, is your ego. It's how people perceive you, the mask that we wear to present ourselves to the world. So it actually tends to vibrate in the negative because it's the ego, it's the mask. So you have to go and actually, something that you need to work on to undo the mask so you can actually present yourself in your essence. The best way that I can explain the difference between essence and personality is, for example, when somebody asks you, oh, how are you? How do you see yourself? Well, I'm like this, like this, like this, like this. And then somebody that knows you all your life comes and says, you're like this, and like that. You see, one is the way that you feel inside. The other one is how people see you from the outside. Okay, and so we have the gift. That is your talent, basically. It's your skill. It always vibrates in the positive. Why? Because it comes here to help you. It's your gift. It's going to help you deal and transform everything else in your chart. What happens when you don't receive your gift? You don't use it. And then what it does is just create more and more work for you to do, because sometimes the only thing that we need to do in order to activate the gift is just accept it and receive it and make it yours. That's all it is, okay? So it's a positive number. It's your skill. It's your gift. Now we have the past lives, which is the fourth quadrant. Past lives can vibrate also in the positive and the negative. That means what you've been learning in past lives, it can happen two things. You can either have learned whatever number you have and have mastered the number, and whatever you need to finish with that number, learning with that number is going to be like a karmic reward. Okay, it's going to help you. It's going to be positive. Or let's say that you basically kind of flunked it, in your past life, and now you have to repeat it, and in the way it becomes a number that you need to work on, instead of something that is going to help you, kind of make it easier for you. It's going to make you work on something that you forgot to learn in your past life. But in this life, the more you work on it, it's going to help you also get into your mission. So that's it. And then we go to the obstacle, the challenge number. Really, it's the only number that always is in the negative. Okay, because it's what we come here to learn. So the reason that is super important, like the obstacle and the lesson, is this is going to be the pebble in your shoe. So you can actually start working around in your chart things. I see how my ego works here. I'll see how it works. Consciously, I'm going to transform it into the positive characteristics of that vibration, and then all of a sudden, always the obstacle is going to come up just to see exactly if you've learned your lesson. That's it. It's always going to be the pebble in the shoe. It always vibrates in the negative. Why? Because you are here to actually learn that lesson, transform it with awareness, self-awareness, and consciousness into the positive. So once you do that, you go into your mission. And what's your mission? It's your purpose. My purpose in life. And so the way that I like to see it is if you're playing a musical instrument, right? and you see how your chart is like this pentagram with the music on it, right? And then you're playing your own rhythm of your life, and then when you start playing certain notes in the way that are discordant, I see where I'm being like, oh, I'm making an error, and you just kind of like transform it into the positive. So once you do that, you start flowing with life. You are vibrating from a place of essence, a place of more like yourself. You have eliminated certain programming of ego, and then you can, instead of going against life, you're flowing with life, and then you start living your life of purpose. When this happens, everything opens up, the roads come to you, people come to you, anything that you need, and in order for you to actually accomplish your mission, will start appearing in your life. So, with all that said, all this, watch this video before your session, and now I'll see you soon. That's it. See you soon. Ciao.